There is a lot more humor in this than I think a lot of people would have expected from Steven Spielberg's Lincoln movie. And I'm wondering, I mean, you play such a pivotal part in sort of communicating that sense of humor in the film. Did he talk to you about the tone he was trying to establish for the film and for your character?
You know, when I read it, that's what I saw, and that's what I thought I could best bring to it, and what I thought I could best bring to the thing as a whole. Not just that character within those set of circumstances, but also to the piece as a whole. That's what I thought I could best bring to it. But, you know, I think it was, and Stephen agreed, you know, and Tony Kushner agreed, and Daniel Day-Lewis agreed. But I don't think I'm not so sure that it originated there. I think that it obviously originated on the page in Tony Kushner's script, but I think there was a very real attempt in this film also to show that, from Lincoln too, under the worst of circumstances, that he still told a joke or a story, an irreverent story.
Yeah, famously.
Under the most dire set of circumstances, with an unimaginable weight on his shoulders while he's like Sisyphus trying to push that rock up the hill. He was that sort of person where he would take that time, no matter who he happened to be with, to try and... He demanded an enormous amount from the people around him, but by the same token, he would take that moment to try and lighten their load or try and... he was funny. I think he's funny in the film.
Very funny, and I've read the book, and he comes across as very, very humorous in that as well. And one of the things the film does is really demystify this icon that is Lincoln in a way. What do you think that people are going to sort of learn about this time period and this figure as an audience member, and how that may kind of impact how we look at our world today?
I think it's always good for all of us to see human beings struggling with things. You know, I mean, that's always... I think that's good. And I think it's good to see the struggle. I think that's good. You know, I mean, in a way, yeah, I'd rather see that as opposed to seeing a debate between the president and a contender. I'd rather see the president struggling. I'd rather see him at work. You know, because I know what the debate's going to be. The debate's a show. And I think, unfortunately, what we see as the public today is not so much the work and the struggle, but we see the show. And that's unfortunate, I think. You can see a politician's record, which reflects the work and the struggle. But I think that's what the film gives you, is it gives you this incredible struggle that the country and he, as the definitive leader of the country at that time, that they were wrestling with every single day and night. And I mean, he was carrying that. He wasn't sleeping. And also within the context of his personal life too, to see some of that is dealt with in the film, I think was beautifully done, where it went from sort of the broadest spectrum of the issues of the day and the events of the day to the most intimate and fragile moments of his day. I liked seeing that. The juxtaposition of those things, I think, make the movie such a rich tapestry.
I agree. Thank you so much. We love it. We're looking forward to seeing this on AMC screens.